Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You feel it. Trying to free your mind.
The Pentagon is moving toward letting AI weapons autonomously decide to kill humans. U.S. is among countries arguing against new laws to regulate AI-controlled killer drones. The U.S., China, and others are developing so-called killer robots. Critics are concerned about the development of machines that can decide to take human lives. It says the deployment of AI controlled drones that can make autonomous decisions about whether to kill human targets is moving closer to reality, according to the New York Times. Lethal autonomous weapons that can select targets using AI are being developed by countries including US, China, and Israel. These killer robots would mark a disturbing development, handing life and death battlefield decisions to machines with no human output, according to the critics. So, a bunch of governments are lobbying for the UN to have a resolution for restricting the use of killer drones, but countries like Russia, Australia, and Israel are resisting this and want a non binding resolution instead. And they said Alexander Clement, the Austria's chief negotiator, is saying this is the most significant inflection points for humanity. He said, what's the role of human beings in the use of force? It's an absolutely fundamental security issue, a legal issue, and an ethics issue. And it said the Pentagon is working towards deploying swarms of thousands of AI-enabled drones, according to a notice published earlier this year. Now, AI attack drones aren't exactly new. They've been around for a while. As early as October, the Ukrainian army has been deploying AI attack drones. It says here from the New Scientist, Ukrainian AI attack drones may be killing without human oversight. Ukraine is using drones equipped with AI that can identify and attack targets without any human control in the first battlefield use of autonomous weapons or killer robots. And the Pentagon exploring automated weapons is also not very new. Obviously, since the 70s, they've expanded on this with a weapon that was called the Captor anti-submarine mine, and they said that this mine could be dropped from an airplane or a ship and settle on the bottom of the ocean, sitting there automatically detonated when sensors on a device detected an enemy target. And then back in the 80s, the Navy used the Aegis weapon system, which was a high-powered radar system that would search for and track any incoming enemy missiles. And it says you could put it on autopilot so that it could fire off defensive missiles before a human intervened with it. So we go back to the Business Insider article, and U.S. Deputy Secretary of Defense back in August, Kathleen Hicks, said that AI-controlled drone swarms could enable the U.S. to offset China's army numericals advantage, in weapons and people. So the argument is we got to stop big bad China, which is usually the norm when it comes to using technologies to exploit people. And she says we'll encounter the PLA's mass with a mass of our own, but ours will be harder to plan for, harder to hit, and harder to beat. Now, Frank Kendall, Secretary of the Air Force, had spoken with the New York Times, and he said that AI drones will need to have the capability to make lethal decisions while still being under human supervision. Says that individual decisions versus not doing individual decisions is the difference between winning and losing, and you're not going to lose. I don't think people we would be up against would do that, and it would give them a huge advantage if we put that limitation on ourselves. And like I mentioned about the Ukrainian attack drones, it says that AI controlled drones have already been deployed on the battlefield in its fight against the Russian invasion, though it is unclear if any have taken action resulting in human casualties. I have to be honest, if there were, I don't think that they would report those. But let me know in the comments what you think about this. How soon do we get AI powered weapons that can make decisions on killing human targets. They put a piece of code, they inject some code into these drones so they can identify the target that they want to take out without human intervention, or do they still have somebody controlling these drones remotely? Let me know in the comments what you think. Please like and share it if you're watching on Rumble, Odyssey, or YouTube. I appreciate it. Hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. Thanks and take care.